stone.
Good evening and welcome here to Charlotte. This race weekend is going to be very similar to what we did at California. Why you say that? Because 300 miles of racing tonight. Jordan Davis with the Sony Pole Award again. Mace Enterprises seems like they're turning their program around. After the win at Richmond, Jordan Davis put for this race team. They came back at Talladega. Luke Martin was very fast there, led the most laps. And at one point, Mace Enterprises were 1, 2, 3, 4 in the race. So Mace Enterprises really turning a corner, it seems. And they're 1-2 to start this race weekend. But it'll be a long endurance race. This race weekend was the first time we ran group qualifying in sessions, like in rounds. So Davis took home the pole for that. As you see, top 12, top 24 for round 1, 2, 3. And so it was very exciting, and that's the new qualifying format we have here. But starting far back in the field, Jake Bassinger is going to have a ways to go if he wants to get up there and be a challenge for the lead for this race weekend. He's third in the point standings, and he's going to have to come all the way back from the 33rd starting position. So some big news headlines as well. Charlie Smith found a ride after losing his ride with Jeff James Incorporated. Jeff James Incorporated shut down after last week's race, and Jeff James not here. This is the first time in many seasons Jeff James is not at the racetrack attempting to make the race. So that is big news headlines for Jeff James, but Charlie Smith still getting a ride with CM Racing and attempting their second car this race weekend. But it's going to be all about who can be there at the end, with it being a 300-mile race. As the field comes to get the green flag, Jordan Davis, Luke Martin, going to bring us down. Sean Harple for Athenian sitting there in third, DJ Curtis fourth, James Sorfox in a part-time schedule making up the top 5. We're ready to go racing. Green flag is in the air here at Charlotte. Coming through 3 and 4, Jordan Davis, who has really turned a corner since Richmond, is going to lead the first lap tonight. It's only lap 5 of the race, and Jake Bassinger has already climbed his way into the top 20. Some drivers heading backwards right now. DJ Curtis and Ryan Griffin, who had really good qualifying efforts, are in threat of danger of falling outside of the top 20. But one driver on the move is Jake Bassinger. I want to give a call to this little race team that just came off a big upset at Talladega. James Richardson is here at this race for United Emirates Racing. TJ Martin won at Talladega, but he's not here in the Cup Series for this race weekend. He was over at Nashville, but Richardson for this race team, trying to give them a good run. This team really proved a good performance out at Talladega. Richardson trying to climb inside the top 30, fighting right there with Scott Roush. As for the leaders, lap 20, we got a battle somewhat brewing for second. Sean Harple for Athenian trying to hang on. He took it early in the race on the start, but Harple going to lose second now to Luke Martin. Davis, Martin, Harple lead, but Turner's trying to run them down. He's got a fast forward, trying to run those guys down. Then it's Dom Capps way back there, and then Ryan Acosta sitting there with his teammate, 6th, 7th for Jeffrey Lynn. And then James Sorfox 8th, Rodriguez in 9th, and Dejon Weeks rounding out the top 10. Here's one driver who is also on the move. That is Jake Bassinger's teammate of Carson Scott. The Turner Performance cars who didn't really qualify that well of Scott and Bassinger. They're trying to climb their way towards the front. Scott is running in 11th, trying to pounce on Weeks here for the 10th position. And Carson Scott, who started out in 29th, is into the top 10. Battle for the lead up here, though. Sean Harple going for second. Jesse Turner has caught these Chevys. And Turner possibly going to try and make a 3-wide move. Thinks better of it, but he's going to try and overtake Luke Martin for the 3rd position. Martin down to 4th. Harpo back in a 2nd, bringing Turner up to 3rd, but Turner's looking really quick to the inside. Jesse Turner is the point leader for this race by a good margin over Dom Capps and Jake Bassinger. Turner looking very quick, trying to get up there to Jordan Davis. This could be the night that Jesse Turner gets his first win of 2018. And a battle for the lead. Jesse Turner to the inside. No challenge. Turner takes the lead here on lap 28. Problems for Scott Roush. Roush in the 21 looks like he's down on power. Roush could be having an engine going as he's slow down the back straightaway. Let's take a look at how big of a gap the leaders have. It's Turner, Davis, Harple, Martin, and then way back here are the Martin cars of Dom Capps and Matthew Rodriguez. Then Jeffrey Lynn, DJ Curtis looking to pounce on him for 7th. Ryan Acosta and Carson Scott. And here comes Jake Bassinger, the man 3rd in points, trying to creep his way into the top 10. And we got a battle for the top 5 position. Matthew Rodriguez has been moving his way towards the front and move Matthew Rodriguez into the top 5. Bassinger been picking off some race cars. He's gone by Lynn. He's gone by Acosta. And he's gone by his teammate of Carson Scott. Bassinger, just like his teammate, clicking his way towards the front from the 33rd starting position into the top 10, sitting in 8th. Jesse Turner is making these Chevy drivers work for it up here at the front as he's trying to pull away, but they're trying to hang in there as Jesse Turner catches the first lap cars of the day. Problems for Levi Pasco. He's blowing up, and he's going to call it a day as the first retiree of the day will be Levi Pasco. Here's another driver who had to come from a ways back in qualifying, Jeffrey Finguy. He qualified back in the 36th position, and by near a quarter of the way through the race, he's sitting here in the top 15, right here in between Mace and Lamas. So pretty solid day for Jeffrey Finguy. Jesse Turner continuing to step away from everyone else. He's pulling the gap on Jordan Davis, but you got to go a ways back to Sean Harple and Luke Martin, who wasn't able to get through the lap cars as best as Turner and Davis. So they're racing for the 3rd position, but pit stops are looming, and they're going to be coming up real quick. Trouble again for Jake Bassinger, 2 weeks in a row. Something is going to take him out of the running of a win here. A great race car. Jake Bassinger is going to join Levi Pasco behind the wall, and he's going to go out of the race and lose valuable championship points. Here comes the green flag pit stops. Jesse Turner is down on pit road and one of the first drivers to make the pit stops, and everyone's going to come on in. Luke Martin is one of the leaders as well, joining Turner on pit road. Davis retook the lead for 1 lap, but he's going to come down pit road. Similar, just 1 lap later, Harple is in. After pit stops, Jesse Turner still assumes the race lead. Jordan Davis is a ways back. He's in 2nd. 3rd position is Luke Martin, who has leaped forward some. And then further on back, Sean Harple, who really didn't get a good stop. He lost some time. Jesse Turner just went by James Richardson, who's running in a good position right now in 20th. However, Turner just lapped over half the field right now. It's only lap 77, 20 cars, actually 19 are only on the lead lap, and Turner looking to put more lap down. Sidner, Allen, Sanford, all about to go 1 lap down, but Turner has over 5 seconds on Jordan Davis. That's for 2nd. Martin trying to close in to make it a battle for 2nd. He's sitting back there in 3rd. 4th is still Sean Harple. 5th is Matthew Rodriguez way back here. And then 6th is Dom Capps, who is getting some heat from Ryan Acosta, who's back here in 7th. And then the pass for 8th is actually Carson Scott. He just went by Jeffrey Lynn. And in the 10th position is Dejon Weeks. And Scott Roush, who was having problems earlier. We thought his car was blowing up. However, that car was having mechanical failures. They were able to fix that race car, but now it's over for good. Sean Harple from the 4th position has ran down Luke Martin. So this 31 team has adjusted on a few things, and has really got that car tuning up really well, and he's running some really good laps. Move Harple into third. About this battle here, William Brock just moved past Dejon Weeks, and that was for the 10th position. It's a good run for this Horizon Group Dodge, this team has really kind of struggled to find their footing, but Brock has been having some solid runs this year, and he's going after the 9th on Jeffrey Lynn, so a great run for William Brock. Charlie Smith and his new ride in the 03 CM Racing Chevy. He's actually up to speed very well after his pit stop, and he's sitting there in the 35th position. Ryan Griffin trying to find his way into the top 10. He ran very well on the 1.5 mile tracks last year. He actually got a win at Kansas, beating this man, Nick Mace, who's in the 12th position. These drivers are in danger of going a lap down to Jesse Turner, who's trying to run them down. And for the 10th position back here, Ryan Griffin gonna move his way into the top 10 and make it 3 Martin Motorsports cars sitting here in the top 10. These drivers, Dom Capps, Ryan Acosta, they have been doing battle ever since pit stops for a long time here. Acosta's been fighting with Capps lap after lap after lap, trying to get ahead of him and trying to pull away, but Capps just gets right back underneath him and goes by. But this has been a good battle. This is for 6th spot. If this was a regular 150-mile race, Jesse Turner would have just took the checkered flag, but he's got another 150 miles to go if he wants to take down the win here at Charlotte. His lead has been slowly shrinking. Yeah, that's the 5 car. Slowly creeping in the picture now. Jordan Davis, he's within 3 seconds now. And Sean Harple's been trying to cut into the gap as well. He's back there in 3rd, having a great run for Athenian Motorsports. It's a great showing for Athenian, even though they know they're selling their race team after this season. They're still coming here to every race trying to win. And Harple giving a good showing. The Hardee's National Series champion of 2016, having a great day. But Jesse Turner having a better one so far. Leading this race, trying to lap up to the 12th place driver, trying to get around Dejon Weeks. Turner has just straight up dominated this race so far, but can he hang on for another few hundred laps? The distance between the lead has shrunk to less than 2 seconds. Jordan Davis has bettered his car more so than Jesse Turner in this run, and he's really clicking off some good laps, trying to run him down. Davis on a mission, as Carson Scott tries to go around Ryan Griffin on the outside. That's for the 10th position. Jesse Turner trying to lap past the 10th place race car. Turner has been really good this race, and he goes by Carson Scott, who fails to get around Ryan Griffin. Turner lapping up to the 10th place car. He's on a mission tonight to do a very good job. Jordan Davis is as well, as Jesse Turner goes by Ryan Griffin and Carson Scott, who are battling for the 10th position. There's Jordan Davis. He has really reeled in Jesse Turner here. He's going to have to get around these lap cars, but Davis has ran down Jesse Turner. We haven't seen a battle for the lead for a while now. Jesse Turner took it early and pulled away, but Davis really worked on his car very well and ran down Turner, who had about a 6-second lead on Davis, and Jordan Davis goes by and takes the race lead back. But don't look back now, less than 4 seconds back. He has ran down about 2 seconds from where he was. Harple, imagine how far Davis was back. Look at Harple now. He is closing in less than 4 seconds back now. He just closed in another 2/10. Harple could be a factor in this race if he continues to close. Even though the leaders have already lapped up to the 9th place car, this is a battle for the 10th position. Even though these guys are 1 lap down, Ryan Griffin trying to hang on to 10th, but Jeffrey Finguy, who had to come from 36th starting position, has really made a rebound and is running very well for his Finguy Saitomi car, and this is a great turnaround after the last few weeks for that race team, but he's sitting there 11th, trying to pass Ryan Griffin. We also could be getting a battle for the 5th position. Matthew Rodriguez has had that 5th position for a while and been pretty much unchallenged. But Dom Capps and Ryan Acosta, who have been very good this race, battling each other. Acosta looking to go underneath again. Looks like Matthew Rodriguez has not been able to better his race car in this run. And it looks like he's really been struggling in this part of the session, as Rodriguez sitting there in 5th. but it looks like he could lose it to either Acosta or Caps. William Brock just picked off another position. He's having a great day for Horizon Group. This team has got to be thrilled with the run they're having. They just moved into 7th, 8th position. Ryan Acosta, the last car on the lead lap. These cars in front of Acosta, Brock, Caps, Rodriguez, they got to get digging because you never know if a caution will come out. Right now, this race has been caution-free and have been really an endurance race for the most part, but you got to keep digging because you never know if a caution will come out, and you got to dig hard. But it looks like Acosta is going to take the time to short pit and try and get tires, and so will Rodriguez. Trouble for Alex Bianco, and again, his engine has expired, and another engine failure of the day, and he's going to be another retiree that's going to go behind the wall and is going to be out of the race. Jesse Turner is one of the drivers that came down pit road. Same with a few other drivers like Luke Martin. Jordan Davis is signaling he's coming down pit road and is going to hand the lead over to Sean Harple probably. I think Harple probably has already pitted. I didn't quite see that, but Davis is on pit road. None of the drivers that just pitted are going to be able to stretch it all the way on field until the end. However, Jeffrey Finguy pitted the latest out of all these drivers, and he is flirting with being able to go the distance without having to stop again. So, Finguy, I don't think he'll be able to take the win away because he is so far behind, like over a lap on the racetrack to the leader, but he may be able to steal something, but it looks like the caution flag is out, and it is, and that no more of the strategy is going to be in the play here. So I'm kind of unsure what the caution is out for, but that really messed up Finguy's plan of staying out long, but we're going to figure out what the caution's out. Here's what happened. Nick Mace trying to get up to speed on the apron, runs in the back of Kyle Collins, who was really slow on the apron. Not sure why the 41 was off the pace like he was, but Mace just mistimed it and just got into him, and the caution flag flew for this. As we come back to the green flag, Carson Scott is your race leader due to all the caution flag right here. We took a long caution flag to get everyone settled in. So, Scott is your leader. Davis is in second. Toner third. Harple fourth. Lenz in fifth. And then sixth, William Brock. Seventh is Dom Caps. Eighth, DJ Curtis. And ninth, Caleb Hoffman, who did a fantastic strategy call and is on the lead lap. That is the 9 drivers that are on the lead lap. Pit stops right here under the caution flag. With the caution flag coming out, it was a bad timing for a bunch of drivers. So, everyone that's outside of the top 10, well, 10th is Jeffrey Finguy, the first car 1 lap down, needing to get his lap back. Then it is Rodriguez, Lamas, Jenkins, Perkins, Allen, Weeks, Richardson. Acosta really got messed up, and so did Luke Martin. Terrible luck for them drivers. Charles Sanford and Ryan Griffin pit stops really got in the way of him as well. So those were some of the drivers that under this last caution flag, that pit stops really hurt their chances. And now Jeffrey Finguy in the 92 trying to get by Carson Scott and hope another caution flag falls so he can get his lap back. But Carson Scott, who had to come from near 30th position, 29th, is up here leading the thing. He won out at Chicagoland, one of the 1.5-mile tracks, and he's up here running very well for Turner Performance. Jeffrey Finguy getting his lap back. The 9 of Hayden Klein's in the way of Rodriguez getting his lap back. But 9 drivers are up here fighting for the win, and they have 45 laps to go. Jordan Davis, who has been really quick all race, underneath of Carson Scott, Jesse Turner, Sean Harple. Those have been the fastest 3 drivers, and they're still in the mix of this, fighting for the lead. How about Sean Harple? 3 wide for second position. Front 4 battling for the lead. Carson Scott nearly getting to his teammate. Harple had to back out of it. Turner to second, Harple to third, and Carson Scott sliding back to fourth. But here comes Jesse Turner back, underneath of the 5 of Jordan Davis. The race for the win and the lead closing in on about 50 laps to go. And Harple gonna try and take a move to the inside. Can't quite get there. Jesse Turner back to the point. but Harple trying to put his nose in there. Look at Sean Harple going for his first Sony Cup Series win. Door-to-door for Jesse Turner. Is the caution flag out? No, it is not. But door-to-door for the lead. Right here, about 50 laps to go. Sean Harple to the inside of the 2015 champion. And Sean Harple off turn 2 takes the lead for the first time today. And Jesse Turner trying to come back underneath of Jordan Davis. The battle for second is raging on. Turner looking to get back up there to the lead. He got shuffled out by Sean Harple, and Turner moves back into second position. But Davis back underneath of the 17, trying to take it back. And the 5 underneath takes second away. Jordan Davis, Jesse Turner, reeling Sean Harple back in. Harple was checking out with the lead, but the Athenian Chevy has stalled out. And Davis and Turner, who have been the best cars, leading the most laps on the back bumper of Harple. Could we see a first-time winner 2 weeks in a row? Harple trying to pull it off. He's only got about close to about 45 to go. The winner of this race is going to come from one of these 3 drivers. I can assure you that. Jordan Davis has been hounding the 31, but the 17 of Jesse Turner has been hounding Davis. They've been having to go really hard. They've been running their best laps all day. Harple trying to step away just a little bit, give him some room from him and Davis. But Davis is trying to set him up for a pass, and he's going to have to do it in about 40 laps. Jordan Davis is all over the back bumper of this 31 of Sean Harple, still not making a move. Sean Harple, the 2016 Hardee's National Series champion, trying to pull off a win in the Sony Cup Series. Harple has been in the Cup Series since 2015, but he's never been able to go to victory circle. Could tonight be his night? He's going to have a pair of 3 champion drivers right here. Davis, a 2-time champion. Turner, a 2015 champion. They're going to give it all they got in these last few laps. Battle for the second position. Jesse Turner making his move. 30 laps of racing to go. We're coming down to the nitty-gritty. Turner has not won a race all year, and he's the point leader. Dom Capps further on back has just, well, I thought he had made the pass, but he is racing with Carson Scott for the 4th position. Capps knows every point's going to matter for this year. And one more point, and one more position there, the 27 just up ahead. But Davis going back after Jesse Turner, and this is exactly what Sean Harple is wanting to see in his mirror as they race door-to-door off turn 4. Harple extending his lead. They continue to race side by side for the second spot. Davis surges ahead, but is Turner going to get right back underneath of him? Doesn't look like he will be in this turn. Can Davis or Turner run down Sean Harple? We're only coming up on about 25 to go. But this time, Jesse Turner is able to get underneath of Jordan Davis again. And Turner is back in second. Sean Harple has not been able to really get away as far as I thought he would be able to. But Turner gonna try and get back after it. He's got some distance on Jordan Davis. And now he's just gonna set his eyes on Sean Harple. See, Turner has really reeled in the gap on Sean Harple with 20 laps to go. And Davis is starting to fade a little bit. The best car all day of Jesse Turner is in the catbird seat to steal this one away. Eric Burton, the owner of Athenium for this year, is going to be right in the thick of things to decide the outcome of this race, and Sean Harple is hoping that he can get out of the way. Man, what it would be if Sean Harple can win here at Charlotte. And Eric Burton gives the 31 some room to the inside. However, Harple can't get down there, and that kind of messed up Harple's entry into turn 1. And Jesse Turner makes a peek to the inside, but he thinks better of it. Oh boy, last week TJ Martin pulled off a great upset on a super speedway Athenia Motorsports has not won in 75 races. And Sean Harple could bring them their victory. Underneath of the 95 of his teammate of Eric Burton. Eric Burton gives him room. Less than 20 laps to go. Sean Harple throwing a defensive line on the 17. And Jordan Davis is back in this. Sean Harple has outdrove and drove a great race for a team that really has kind of struggled to get top 10s all year. But Athenia Motorsports has really been growing as a whole organization despite them selling their race team. They have all been able to find good speed despite every other Athenian car this weekend. Harple is the only other Athenian car inside the top 30 right now in this race. And he's in position with about 15 to go to put down a long winless streak for this race team. Jesse Turner is all over Sean Harple. And at any moment, he could duck out and make a dive bomb pass. But Jesse Turner is a very methodical champion of ours. He thinks of his moves. He plays them out. He's a very, very smart driver out on the racetrack and plays his moves very, very well. And he's going to make Sean Harple earn this one as they come back to the line. It'll be 10 laps to go, and they'll run up on some slow lap cars that could determine the end of this one. Harple going to have to drive as hard as he ever has to win his first Sony Cup Series race. 10 laps to go. The race will either be won or lost right here, right now. Lap cars in the way. Harple doing as good as a job as he can to run as low as possible to keep from Jesse Turner to make a big move on him. Underneath of the Season 4 champion of Hayden Klein. Turner has been all over Harple these last couple of laps. If the move's gonna come, it's gonna come anytime now. 7 laps to go. Sean Harple did a fantastic job to get around the lap cars, and if anything, it kind of hindered Jesse Turner just a little bit. Coming back the line, it'll be 5 laps to go. Turner reeling him in yet again. He's not letting him get away so easily. Sean Harple, his contract with Athenia is going to be done after this year with the team being sold. Harple trying to prove his case that he could get re-signed for next year, side by side into turn 3. Turner trying to take the win away. 5 laps to go here at the line. One of the better cars all day. The 2015 champion, the point leader, trying to get max points today. He takes the lead at the line. Here comes Jordan Davis trying to fight back. Harple on the outside, digging hard. But he's going to fall back in line behind Turner possibly. No, he stays way up there. Davis trying to make a moment out of this and trying to rebound. But Harple way up there now is going to lose some time. And Turner coming back to the line. It'll be 3 to go. Harple getting after it right now. This is do or die for the win here on the outside. Does Turner have to pit? Turner's gonna have to come down pit road. Something is up for Jesse Turner. I'm not entirely sure if he's out of gas or he's got a tire down, but Jesse Turner had to hand the lead over. Drivers are coming down pit road. They can't make it on fuel. Oh man, 2 laps to go. Does Harple have enough gas to make it to the end? Has Davis been saving this time? Turner had this race in the bag, and he's going to lose it. But 2 laps to go. Is Sean Harple going to be able to take home the win? Or is he going to be short on fuel? Sean Harple through 3 and 4. Looks as though he's good on gas, but he's going to have to hold off Jordan Davis. Cars are pitting all over the place. White flag is in the air. Final lap. This is it for Sean Harple. Jordan Davis has possibly been trying to save fuel as he's right here on the back bumper of Sean Harple, trying to make a last lap pass underneath of Sean Harple. Jordan Davis, who has been saving gas this entire time. Harple looks like he's sputtering a little bit, and Davis with a last lap pass on Sean Harple. off turn 4. Jordan Davis takes the win here at Charlotte. Unbelievable. Jordan Davis wins the round of Charlotte. No way! Jordan Davis! That's the reason why he was falling back. And Harple is out of gas. He was sputtering on the back straightaway. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. What a heartbreak for Sean Harple. Harple had that one in the bag, and he's going to lose it on the last lap. Oh, man. What a heartbreak for Sean Harple. But Jordan Davis saves enough fuel at the end to go by the sputtering 31 of Sean Harple. And Davis is your winner here at Charlotte. Unbelievable finish. So many cars had to pit there at the end. And Davis is your winner. And is the third driver of this season to win multiple races this year. Congratulations to Jordan Davis. And let's get you to our finishing results and standings after round 12.